The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Pauline Berzosa. President Marcos remains mum on the resignation of Education Chief Sara Duterte. On Thursday, Marcos went to Mindanao, a known bailiwick of the Dutertes, to distribute aid to farmers. In his speech, the president acknowledged the efforts of his cabinet. He also called on all government agencies to continue what they have started. Vice President Duterte resigned from Marcos's cabinet on Wednesday without stating the reason.
Pinaalalahan ko ang lahat ng mga ahensya, lingkod bayan, mga kabalikat sa gobyerno. Huwag natin sayangin ang ating mga nasimulan.
Former presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo applauded Vice President Sara Duterte for resigning from the Marcos cabinet. In an interview with 1PH sa Totoo Lang, Panelo said VP Sara can now openly criticize the Marcos administration. Some of the vice president's supporters, like former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, declared Sara as the new leader of the opposition. But for Panelo, her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, is the true face of the opposition.
The face of the opposition is Rodrigo Roa Duterte because he started it. He was the one who publicly opposed this administration. Now, Sara Duterte, sa akin, tingin ko, she will be the heart of those who are against a bad governance and good governance. Siya yun.
Panelo also said the former president is not interested in running for senator. This despite him ranking in the Magic 12 in the recent senatorial surveys. Panelo advised Duterte to gun for a local position instead in the 2025 election so he can run as his daughter's vice president in the 2028 elections.
Kung akong masusunod, tumakbo ka na lang ng mayor ng kung ayaw si Baste. Mayor Baste. Tumakbo ka mayor, and then pagdating sa 2028, mag-resign ka, tumakbo kang vice presidente ni Inday Sara kasi kailangan talaga makabalik.
Okay.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Berzosa. The southwest monsoon, or Habagat, continues to affect southern Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Scattered rains are expected over Quezon, Mimaropa, Bicol, Visayas, and Mindanao. The Habagat may also trigger isolated rains over Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Zambales, and Bataan. The rest of Luzon may experience rains due to localized thunderstorms. Pag-asa can now more accurately predict the chances of rain during storms. With a new forecast system, they can provide more reliable information, which is important, especially with the threat of La Nina. Mobile Journal Francis Orsho has the details.
Tag-ulan na, may nagbabadya pang La Nina. Ang tanong, nauunawaan mo ba yan o ang usapin sa panahon? Bagyuhin talaga ang Pilipinas. Minsan nga magugulat na lang tayo dahil wala namang unos, pero ang ulan parang delubyo pa rin ang buhos. Heto ang good news. Sa bagong forecasting system ng Pag-asa, mas masusukat na kung gaano kataas o kababa ang tsansa na maaring bumuhos ang ulan.
Nagbibigay na ng numeric value ng chance of rain. Kasi before, pag tinanong sa Pag-asa, ano bang tsansa na umulan bukas? Sasabihin natin, high, medium at low. Ngayon, pwede na natin sabihin na may 30% na chance ang umulan o 70%.
Kahit sino, ma-access na yan sa website ng Pag-asa sa phone o computer. Sa chance of rain system, kayang matukoy kung uulanin ba o hindi sa isang lugar sa loob ng 5 araw. Meron pa silang decision support tool.
Ang ina-emphasize natin sa bagong sistema ng forecast ng ating mga Regional Services Division ay bawat probinsya na sa buong bansa ay may kanya-kanya ng forecast. So, mas nagiging localized at mas nagiging catered dun sa needs ng mga nasa probinsya.
Sa website, may interactive map na ng buong Pilipinas. Pwedeng kontrolin yan at pumili kung anong datos ang gustong tingnan sa iba't ibang probinsya. Kabilang na kung gaano ba karami ang ibubuhos na ulan, temperatura, heat index, pagbugso at direksyon ng hangin at iba pa sa paraang detalyado at madaling mauunawaan. At ngayong posibleng magsimula ang La Nina, malaking pakinabang daw ito sa mga local government units para matimbang kung ano ang mga dapat paghandaan at gawin sa oras ng sakuna. Mobile journalist Francis Orcio po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
The MVP Sports Foundation Chairman Manny V. Pangilinan expressed support to our boxers for the 2024 Paris Olympics. To boost the motivation of our Olympic boxers, the MVP Sports Foundation and Smart Sports gave out free cell phones with eSIMs to Ira Villegas, Hergy Bacyadan, and Nesty Petesio and Carlo Paalam. In return, the boxers gifted MVP his own Olympic boxing jacket. And the sports patron believes our boxers will do their best for the country and win gold at the Olympics. One News under Signal is part of the MVP group of companies.
Well, we can only ask them to do their best for the country, no? And I think they will. They've gone through quite a bit of training here and abroad, especially abroad, our boxers particularly. And we wish them all the best. We assure them our support, no? Continuing through to the end of the Olympics. And we wish them all the best. Wish them well.
And those are the top stories of the hour. I'm Pauline Berzosa. We are One News.